everyone, this is Kat. I have noticed that a lot of the conversation with Chanel got deleted off of that Facebook page. I'm not really surprised. Washington likes to cover things up after all. But he really can't since I got a lot of it on the thread and Chanel has screenshots of the discussion, so. Anyway, I'd like to respond to the comment that was left after the discussion deletion. It says here, we apologize for limiting the discussion on the thread. We only wanted to warn the community about the continuing presence of people who falsely proclaim they are speaking for Jesus as the two witnesses. First of all, they have no proof that Chanel and Branch are not the two witnesses. Meanwhile, Chanel and Branch have plenty of evidence that they are. Okay, you guys are all convinced that Chanel and Branch can't possibly be the two. But, as far as I'm concerned, if God picked Chanel and Branch, he picked Chanel and Branch. I can't do anything about that. That's not not an issue for me. If they're the two witnesses, hooray. If they're deceived on it, that doesn't make it right to bash them and lie about them and slander them, or be hypocritically using gematria in order to shun her for using it. That's called hypocrisy, and refusing to deal with anybody else in the community who uses gematria while shunning Chanel for it. That's hypocrisy. I'd like to see the hypocrisy completely gone before I start listening to everybody about how evil gematria is. With that out of the way, let's continue. We do not want this thread to be a platform for further promotion of this and all other false proclamations. Again, they have no proof that the proclamations are false. So they really have no business saying that. We love those who still walk in error. Okay, can you guys actually show the love to people who walk in error according to you, or are you just going to continue to demand a shunning campaign? And then wonder why I don't believe you when you say you love them. Because that's all I'm seeing right now. A shunning campaign. They pray for their full restoration. But loving others does not supersede our duty as believers to stand against deception and hold each other accountable. Alright then, if you genuinely mean this, you will have nothing more to do with lying and slandering in a truth community, and you will correct Jane and hold her accountable for lying about Chanel and Brandt over a live stream instead of allowing that bit of deception to continue to be swept under the rug. If you actually mean that. If you don't mean it, you'll continue down this path. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Jesus and his apostles gave us the mandate to expose darkness and have nothing to do with it. It is not unkind to expose deception when it becomes a threat. That's pretty interesting. Then why are they still allowing lying, slandering, and bearing false witness to go on in this community if they actually mean that? It just doesn't add up. It does not add up, what they're saying here. Because they don't actually act like they believe all of this. They only want to shun Chanel and Brandt. If I show them anybody else who is actively deceiving people, they refuse to deal with it. They are only after Chanel and Brandt. Ask yourself why. Ask yourself why. And no, Chanel and Brandt are hardly a threat. They're not. I wager that the New Agers in the community are more of a threat than two people who love Jesus and want to follow him are. But that is just my personal opinion. The intentions of the heart, as loving or kind as they may seem, do not overrule our obligation to speak in truth and love against deception. So it's okay for them to lie in a truth community as much as they want to. But if they perceive Chanel and Brandt as being deceitful, it's the worst thing ever. The hypocrisy here is astounding. It really is. I would not have a problem with this statement if it were not so blasted hypocritical of them to say, which it is. This is outright hypocrisy. They refuse to deal with lying in the truth community, and then they claim that they have to stop deception. Well, what is lying on a live stream to everyone? Oh wait, that's called deceiving them. If this were not said in a hypocritical manner, I could see their points. But this is downright hypocritical. This is hypocrisy here. And that's all I can see. I cannot get past how hypocritical this is. I'm just looking over and seeing the hypocrisy. If they weren't being hypocritical about it, they'd have a valid point. But they are being hypocrites about it. So, I'd like to see the hypocrisy gone from the community. Like, take the log out of your own eye before going after the speck in the eye of your brother. Refusing to remove the log from your own eye won't help you. And all I'm going to be staring at is the log that's in your own eye as you go after the speck in the eyes of others. That is what I am seeing, and I'm not even gonna sugarcoat that. It's just the truth. The ends never justify the means, no matter how loving those who are spreading deception appear to be. Well, firstly, you have no proof that Chanel and Brandt are spreading deception. Secondly, you are currently spreading deception about Chanel and Brandt by saying that Chanel wants to be a queen and Brandt desires to be a king. You're also spreading disinfo about the stolen letter because you don't have the full context of the letter. So, I don't want to hear about how they're spreading deception and need to be corrected when you have a log that it is within your own eye. And you're doing this, again, in a very hypocritical manner. I don't appreciate looking at this and seeing a huge level of hypocrisy and just seeing the Mandela Effect community eat it all up. So, will the log be removed from your own eye, or will you continue to spread this info about Chanel and Brandt and then tell me that I need to blindly believe it, or else I am not following Jesus simply because I reject lying, slander, bearing false witness, and stealing? I'm not going to sin with you all just because you want me to. This is hypocritical. I'm not interested in being a hypocrite. I'm not interested in all of this. I'm not going to join in on the sinning. I'm not going to join in on deceiving others about Chanel and Brandt. I'm not going to join in on all of that. If you think that you have every right to correct Chanel and Brandt for being deceitful when you yourself run around deceiving people on them, you need to take the log out of your own eye. Take the log out of your own eye. Then you can come and start removing the speck from the eyes of others. But until you removed the log from your own eye, I will not listen to a single word you say. And I do not feel that that is turning my back on Christ. I will see everybody in the next video. Thank you for watching.